listen?
Yes, please.
Yes, please, you can see.
Okay, thank you. So I am looking at the healthiness of foods and beverages advertised on Ghanaian television program targeting children. And so I'll take you through a little background. So just like our host said, globally, children are exposed to unhealthy foods, and this is alarming, and it's a concern for public health. And so these foods are actually marketed through several mediums, and television remains the largest single medium according to London 2013. And then WHO also found out that most of these foods are unhealthy and contains high fat, sugar, and salt. And so they contribute to obesity, overweight, and then nutrition-related non-communicable diseases. So like we have just said, if children are not controlled around this time and their choices are not guided, then they would continue to consume in this manner, and it will linger on to adulthood. And so we further on state that evidence supports that food advertisements influence children's food preferences. So just like we have just said, it affects them a lot. Now the situation in Ghana, persistently, there's been an increase in the rates of obesity, overweight, and then nutrition-related non-communicable diseases. And so this also adds up to underweight, micronutrient deficiencies. And so we have this double burden. That is according to the Ghana Statistical Services 2015. And so this study, like I said, we are looking at the healthiness of foods and beverages. And so Ghanaian children report to also spend appreciable time watching television programs. So we decided that we would record the television program to find out what kinds of foods are available to children and as to whether they are healthy or not. So our question posed for the study, we're asking what categories of food are advertised on TV? What type of food do children see advertised the most? What proportion of these foods and beverages advertised are healthy? We want to know. And then the proportion and how common is the use of persuasive techniques in child-directed food and beverages advertisement. So for our perspective, we looked at how to evaluate the healthiness of foods and beverage advertisements on TV. And so the specifics, we identify the categories of foods and beverages advertised, the healthiness of the food, and also we are assessing the proportion of persuasive techniques used as well. So with the method, the study, we actually use a composite analysis method is what we deployed to do the study. So in Ghana, there are various three types of free-to-air TV channels, and these are the analog TV channels. We have the digital TV channels as well. That is comprising of the free-to-air channels and some other foreign channels. And then we have the satellite.
Hello?
Or the decoder. Hello? Hello?
Please, can we all hear Irene?
No, I can't.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, yes, we lost you.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry. All right, so I'm talking about the methods and the type of data collection. So I'm saying that in Ghana, we have 3 types of TV channel, the analog, which has the free to air channels, the digital TV channels as well, that has the analog channels and some other channels, and then the decoder or satellite, where you have to pay for. And so these are the types of TV channels available to us in Ghana. And so this study, though Geopol 2017 identified the top most watched TV stations, it didn't state whether they were children or solely adults or both. And so there was a purposive sampling of TV stations here. So we selected one state-owned television channel, one private channel, which had lots of children's program, and then one TV channel, which also shows children's programs solely throughout the day. And then a composite sampling technique was used to collect this data. So 43, it was collected for the duration of 4 months. So it started from December 2017 to January, March, and May 2018. So a total of 43 days collection was made, including weekends and weekdays. And it started between 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is because children's vacation also fell in at the time. And so we felt they were at home and then would watch television all day long. And so this is the composite week sampling. And so that the 3 TV channels that were selected, we randomly selected it. And so you realize that the one which started on a Monday, and then it followed that the second, which was also picked, followed on a Wednesday. And then so they were a day apart. However, the following week, you realize that if A started on a Monday, the following week it starts on a Tuesday. And so by the end of the period, we had covered all the days of the week and even more. So this is the composite week sampling that we did to collect the data. Like I said, it's a content analysis technique. And so TV data were coded for the channel name, the dates, the day of the week program name, products code, the product type, the persuasive techniques and all that. So we categorize all the products as well into non-foods and then foods and then miscellaneous using the INFORMAS approach or categorization. And before this, there was a pilot study so that we could enter the data to get all the misconceptions right before the data entry itself was done. And it was the nutrient contents were verified from the INFORMAS classification system and also the food labeling as well. And then we use a Stata 15 statistical software to do the data analysis. So these are my variables. So some of the results I would like to share. And so of overall, 1,926 adverts were recorded, for which 590 were foods and beverages. The most advertised food were sugar-sweetened beverages, which have been consistent with so many other studies, and the list being water and vegetables. And so these foods were categorized into cereal and breakfast, snacks, and food items. And this was informed based on literature. This was how food were actually categorized. And looking at it, you realize that the sugar snacks still topped it with 37.1%. And now we also found the association between health status of food ads and the TV stations as well. So the 3 different TV stations are categorized here, and the foods are in healthy and non-healthy, and then miscellaneous. You realize that the non-healthy foods outnumbered the healthy foods, and this was also proven with a statistical value of less than 0.001. Now, the persuasive techniques, which were also used during these adverts, and like the health claims. And so, just like my predecessor said, most of the persuasive techniques were also directed towards children, because we have suggested use for children being 30%, though using of sensory-based characteristics like the taste, texture, aroma, and all that was 41%. And
Hello, Irene.
Hello.
Apologies for interrupting, but could you please wrap up as we are running against time?
I'm actually, thank you.
Thank you.
Right, so these are the persuasive techniques that were also used for children. So to conclude, unhealthy food advertisements are broadcast on TV programs targeting Ghanaian children. These advertisements are accompanied by at least one persuasive technique and for consumption of unhealthy foods. So we recommend that policies and best practices that promotes the availability and marketing of food and beverages that support healthy diets are adapted. These are my references. Thank you very much.